guys! Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever vlog and I hope you will learn something dahil napapanahon na naman ang kampanya for national election this coming May. I made this vlog to give you some insight and knowledge about our former president. For this vlog, my content is about my top 5 most controversial president in our country. So bakit po siya most controversial? Most controversial for me in terms of greatest contribution and legacy. They are the top 5 most tumatak na president for me.
President Manuel L. Quezon. He was born on August 19, 1878 and died on August 1, 1944. He was a Filipino soldier and politician.
Bakit controversial siya for me? Kasi he was the president who officially declared Tagalog as our national language. Last December 30, 1937, dahil sa kanya kaya Tagalog ang ating national language. So kung sa Amerika English, sa Japan naman ang Nihongo, sa atin naman ang national language natin ay Tagalog.
President Emilio Aguinaldo. He was born on March 22, 1869 and died on February 6, 1964. He was a Filipino revolutionary and military leader. He became the first president of the Philippines from January 23, 1899 until March 23, 1901.
Bakit controversial siya for me? Kasi he's the president who proclaimed Philippine Declaration of Independence on June 12, 1898 in his own mansion house in Cavite, El Viejo, which is Kawit, Cavite today. Because of him, kaya sin-celebrate natin ang Independence Day every June 12 of taon-taon.
President Corazon Aquino. She was born on January 25, 1933 and died on August 1, 2009. She was a Filipina politician and wife of Benigno Aquino Jr., who was a leading critic of Marcos' government. She served as the 11th President of the Philippines from February 25, 1986.
So, bakit controversial siya for me? Kasi she's the first female president of the Philippines and first female president in Asia that time. She was the most prominent figure of the 1986 People Power Revolution, also known as the EDSA Revolution, which ended the 2-decade rule of President Ferdinand Marcos and restored our democracy.
President Joseph Estrada. He was born on January 25, 1933. He's a Filipino politician and a former actor. He served as the 13th President of the Philippines from June 30, 1998 until January 20, 2000.
Bakit controversial siya for me? Kasi he became the first president to be formally impeached and resigned from power because of corruption allegations against him. Itong panahon nangyari muli ang People Power Revolution or EDSA-2 na naging dahilan sa maagang pagbaba niya sa termino sa pagkapangulo at tumagal lang ng 2 taon. Pero on the positive side ng kanyang termino, he established the National Anti-Poverty Commissions. During his term din, dineclare ang all-out war against Moro-Islamic Liberations Front or MILF kung saan pinuksa at nahuli.
For me, top 1 most controversial president ay si President Ferdinand Marcos. President Marcos was born on September 11, 1917 and died on September 28, 1989. He is a Filipino politician and lawyer who was the 10th President of the Philippines from December 30, 1965 until February 25, 1986. He was a president for 21 years.
So, bakit controversial siya for me? Okay. Unahin natin yung negative side ng controversial niya. He placed the Philippines under martial law. on September 23, 1972. Dahil sa martial law, ang daming napabalitaang pagpatay, torture and abduction. Nalabag ang ating human rights at marami makakapagpatunay sa mga paghihirap na dinanas ng mga Pinoy sa panahon ng martial law. Bukod doon, nagkaroon din siya ng mga issue tungkol sa ill-gotten wealth, floating bank accounts, and foreign debt ng kanyang pamilya. On the positive side of his presidency, hindi matatawaran ang naiambag niya sa ating bansa. Among them were the increased size of Philippine military and armed force. Noong 1980, during his term, that Philippines' GNP was 4 times greater than 1972. Nagpatayo siya ng school, roads, bridge, and other structures like NLEX, SLEX, San Juanico Bridge, LRT. Mga ospital like Philippine Heart Center, Lung Center, and Kidney Center. Mga heritage sites like Cultural Center of the Philippines, PICC, at Nayong Pilipino. Year 1968, naging self-sufficient in rice ang ating bansa. He also had land reforms, tinatagang ASEAN or Association of Southeast Asian Nations, which was initiated by President Marcos together with the head of the state from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. Bilang isang kabataan, masasabi ko na appreciate ko ang lahat ng ating mga naging presidente dahil sa mga naging contributions nila sa ating bansa. Hindi matatawaran ang kanilang achievements dahil until now napapakinabangan ng ating bayan, especially ng mga katulad kong kabataan. Yes, hindi natin makakalimutan ang kanilang mga katawalian, but just like us, we are only human beings who have weaknesses and failures in life. Hindi natin sila dapat i-judge dahil sa maling nagawa nila, but we should be thankful because all of them contributed to make our country better. Let us focus on their contributions and make it our inspirations to show love for our country. As a Filipino youth, we must be proud of who we are, be inspiration to other people, be involved in our community, continue their legacy, and make our beloved Philippines a better place to live in for our next generation.